Okay, so this is my presentation on genre. So basically, we'll start off with what genre is. Genre, in its like simplest form, means type. It is a way of categorizing any form of media, so it can be concentrated or redirected towards a particular audience. So, for instance, um, when a film is categorized, say, into action, that kind of film can be redirected to people who desire to watch action films. Um, it is genre is important because you need to the audience like it because they find predictability appealing, and with predictability, um, they can watch it more and it's more enjoyable for them. So I'm going to talk about the development of genre. Development of genre, positioned by someone called Tom Scatz, who put forward his view or his interpretation of how genre develops. Um, his first step is innovation. That's when people experiment with new ideas. They see they see what conventions. They make new conventions. They probably break some conventions. They just try and be very original to create their own type of genre. Second is classical. This is when they start to like set it in stone, so it becomes more clear. Um, it becomes more clear what conventions they're doing. It becomes clear what they initially want to do um, with their show. The third is parody. This is after establishing what their conventions are and making it obvious to the audience. They start to exaggerate their form and their style of convention. And the last one is deconstruction. This is when they alter the conventions to please the audience, and usually the pleasure from the audience is found through the subversion of the newfound genres form and meaning, um, which is found to restart the cycle. um, so that is Tom Scatz, but with his newfound way, there are some cons. So some things that are not really that it doesn't seem to flow with. So for instance, there are genres that are not included, such as like subgenres. Um, with the genres that are not included, that means it can't have a wider range, so it's not very specific. Um, there isn't a time frame, so it's not very specific of when it's going to happen. It might happen in 2 months or 2 years. Or it's not very specific on that. Um, it doesn't say other things that affect genres, such as like social or cultural effects, which um, may not now have such an effect, but before in previous times um, would have a big effect. And one of the main reasons is it doesn't offer why it changes. It just shows you how it changes, but it doesn't actually say why. Who actually investigated on why genre changed was Levi Strauss, who was a French anthropologist. He saw that genres changed due to and social and political aspects. Um, by and so genres would embody values and ideas which are important for particular societies, often in the form of a binary opposite. Um, a binary opposite is are related terms that are opposite in meaning. So yeah, someone who also investigated in why genre changes is Jim Kitsis, who saw who came up with a conclusion that genres are not just collections of irrelevant fictions, but important social formations which can reveal something about the values and ideas which are important to a culture at any one time. So he is basically saying that when due to the modern time and the problems in the modern time, the genre will change to make a political statement on on what their ideas are of the statement that's currently happening. And yeah, so that is my presentation of genre.